All right, here we are, another day. I'm blah blah, this is blah blah, and you're doing blah blah. Truly, though, that's how I feel. I feel like whatever, child. Whatever, honey, child, just please. Ugh. Bleh. Um, but let's just spice up our lives. Why don't we? Why don't we try? People of the world, spice up your life. Every boy, every girl, spice up your life. All right, you're listening to an all-new episode of a Seat at the Table podcast, where there's always a seat for you. Maybe. Perhaps you can't even sit with us. I'm still working on my British. I don't even know if that's like a British accent, because I feel like people from the UK all have different, like, they don't all sound the same. Like, I feel like they can tell where each other is from based off how they talk, just like we can here. How you doing? Yeah. How's everything going? That's fantastic. Great. I see you letting your hair grow out. Okay, great. Love it. Do we all get the feeling that we're about to go back into lockdown? You guys, oh man. And shout out to all the niggas in Atlanta, because you guys, COVID is not in Atlanta. Yeah, no, there's no COVID in Atlanta. There can't be. Not the way. I've also decided there is no COVID in Tulum, which is a place that you niggas love to be. There's also no COVID. Like, I, you know, I've been starting to like feel the feeling of like, all right, girl, like you gotta chill. You gotta chill with where you going, who you be around, cause like everybody's quarantine flex is different. You know what I mean? And I think that we all just got like super relaxed. Well, I think that I have been around the same people literally all year. Like, I haven't, been sampling new people. I haven't really been, like, it isn't until I'm forced to go into other people's spaces that I have to, like, I may encounter someone new. But, like, for all of the people who like to like go out and who like to be on the scene, and COVID is nothing. Can't no COVID hold you down, baby. You still fucking without condoms and doing everything you got to do, okay. I mean, I'm kind of judging you, but I'm not judging you, but we're all kind of judging you. Oh, no, seriously though, how are you doing? Because I get the feeling that we're going back into a lockdown, and makes me kind of nervous. Also, though, I get the feeling that we are, that, the transition of power for, for the president-elect versus the outgoing number 45, I think that's going to probably be somewhat combative, if anything. I don't think that is going to be a peaceful transition. I saw that there have been some marches, some correlating marches. So some of the trumpets, some of the trumpets have been marching their asses up and around and around the town. The trumpets have been hitting the streets, honey, and they're mad. They're wearing their red, and they're mad, okay? And they want you to know, honey, that death couldn't hold the grave, and a loss shan't hold them. Child, 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 child. Just that alone, I've had this discussion with many people, in terms of what was most jarring about this past election cycle. And the things that I expected, the mudslinging, the lack of focus on, again, I always say the lack of focus that, these debates were by and large huge job interviews, if you will. You know what I mean? The debates almost served as job interviews in my mind, opportunities for us to see people question um, two candidates about why they'd be great for being America's next top president. And they wasted most of that talking about what the other hadn't done, won't do, and that was kind of by and large the premise. Although I will say that the Biden team towards the end really made the focus about, hey, America, I don't care what side you're on. Let's just try to really pull ourselves together. And it feels almost like he wanted to shift the trajectory to that same feeling that we had in, when was Obama first elected? That was probably like, what, 08, right? Was that 08? No, maybe? I don't know. But there was kind of like a hopefulness around everything. Like we wanted to be hopeful. At least that's what I felt. It was a lot about, the blackness of the possibility of the blackness of the incoming president. But I think a lot of it was about the hopefulness that we people who are disenfranchised, traditionally disenfranchised, and by and large, the most marginalized of us saw that, hey, here is someone who comes from a marginalized community and we might be okay. This was all heavy, I think, and surprising at the end for me, because there's still 50% of white women who think that what has been going on is okay. There's more black men, there's more black women, there's more gay people, there's more people felt like, let's go back to what it has been for the past 4 years, which is alarming. Because who are these people? Come out and make your faces seen. I like to know who my enemies are. And I don't consider opposing viewpoints making you my enemy. I don't think you're my enemy because we don't like the same flavor ice cream, or you're Democrat and I'm Republican. Because I feel like that's such an idealistic, then paints the politics with ideology, which I think is what you want to move away from. So in my mind, I think what's bigger than Democrat versus Republican, black versus white, or anything in between, or I think what is bigger than a lot of that stuff is that there are people who feel like the politics in which we stand on is okay, and it's not okay. It's not okay. Like, equality is the bare minimal. In my mind, equality is the bare minimum. Y'all, you ever had okay, so first of all, you ever had a moment where, because we're all mindful, we're all conscious, so we try to, think, but I think it's becoming more and more clear to me in moments, or at least I hope it is, when I'm not when I'm not being mindful. Like I feel like I could feel it more in the moment, and I could try to stop it, but there are those times where like like I'm not conscious of the moment and I just say or do. So I am literally just kind of mindlessly going through the highways and byways of the Target yesterday, and I am just, everything in there is singing to me, right? First of all, y'all did not tell me that some of these little Target clothes, fuck you guys for not telling me that some of the Target clothes was cute. You know, I mean, shall we talk style? Shall we talk fashion? Why don't we just ease on into that? Um, so before we get any deeper, do we see that the cult classic company Supreme has sold to the Good Partners, I believe, and I have got some experience with them from past employment situations, but um, yeah. So give me a minute. I'm gonna give you the details. So yeah, VF Corporation has now acquired uh, Supreme, and this was quite the blockbuster deal. The deal between the streetwear brand and the Vans and Timberland owner is expected to close by the end of the fiscal year. So for all of you girls who have been, Supreme heads for quite some time, I hope that includes stock and not just the bricks and the toothpaste, because that would be sad for you. Um, do you own any Supreme? I don't really own any Supreme, but I do know a lot of people. I've been a fan of theirs. I've loved a lot of the collaborative efforts that they've done. I think they've done a lot to break barriers in the arena of collaborating. Having this kind of fashion cult brand collaborate with everyone from high-end vendors like Louis Vuitton to Palmolive Colgate Corporation, to selling you girls bricks, to selling you girls fish bowls. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. But shout out to all of you Supreme lovers, and shout out to you girls who have been fans of Supreme. That was a major thing. A lot of you girls be feeling like you need these brands on your back to really show the world how stylish you are. I'm a firm believer that style does not come from the label that you're wearing on your back. Style is not a label. Style is about the je ne sais quoi, like when a person has, to me, when a person is flea, like, all right, listen. We've talked about this before. The differences between like someone who's like really fashionable versus someone who is just like a jiggy nigga. Like, to me, the jiggy niggas can put the labels on their back and they know what is popping right now, when they can put all of the labels together and whatever. A lot of the girls think they're fashionable because they have labels doesn't make you fashionable. Label may even make you listen, do we want to get into the label talk? Because I went to Target yesterday, honey, and some of the fashions in Target, honey, bulls fucking eye, Target, bulls fucking eye, honey. Y'all went off, Target. Y'all went off, 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 okay? Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw that I Instagrammed a couple of jackets, and they were so cool. And I wasn't sure, like, would I be buying all three? But I just want to know, why didn't you girls tell me? Why didn't you girls tell me that Target was giving it up like this with the fashion? Why didn't you tell me?